I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Watch the whip.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And now the offense for Detroit.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. Third down here. To the air again with Bridgewater. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 14 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run the draw play with Mack. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Time to roll through the starters defensively for Detroit. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
They'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Undercrunch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Golladay. And it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Big hit all day.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Play action now. Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Johnson running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
We got 3. Check 31. Check 31.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over them. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Throw left side complete. It's Fleming. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
Third and goal for Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And an alley to run. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. On second down, it's Chandler.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
6-0 our score after 1.
Lions 6, Colts nothing.
From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw here. And he's got his man, Hilton.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to go back to more there, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. Funchess has it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
False start, offense.
They got Colton Miller that time, the first-round pick from 2018. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. It's caught by Funchess. A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down, it's Mack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
That's how we do, D.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job, because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the gun, a run for Johnson. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time, it's a set.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll set up to throw.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fleming. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
That's what I'm talking about.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Open man is Galladay, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Bridgewater. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. To throw on second and 6. Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 5. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
We got this.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still second down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Watch 88. Single, single. Single, single.
They go play action. Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Hey, watch the leg.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go right back to Mack. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Back to throw here. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go to Johnson again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. That'll bring up second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Funchess has it complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So out now come the Lions. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
22 yards there, a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field. It gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
Point A, B, and C.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Bridgewater now. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! That's how we do it.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Bridgewater to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. 2:12 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Back to throw. I don't know that you've got a wealth of options here now. 3rd down from your 2.
The question is, how much confidence do you actually have in various aspects of your team? In your defense, in case things go wrong. In your quarterback to take care of the football. Your offensive line to protect it. If you're feeling pretty confident about all of those things, you might take a shot right here.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Throwing is Bridgewater, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's going to be a long day.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they will take a knee here.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.